Hello everyone, myself Sai Prasad, a lecturer in Ahmedabad High School and the Junior College. Welcome to a series of the lectures of Intermediate First Year Maths B. We have started our discussion with the limits. What we discussed about few standard limits in the last session, right? From today, most probably today and the next session, we are going to do most of the problems based on the standard limits. Shall we do? Let's start. See here, they are asking us to compute this limit. Limit x tends to 0 sin ax by x cos x. How to do? Do we have any formulas based on sin x? Yes, we have, right? That is limit x tends to 0 sin x by x. I already told you have to be perfect with the limits formulae by this session. Clear? Fine. That is, let us separate everything. Now from this you can see the varieties of limits. How to solve? I know the formula of sin x by x. Do I have x in the denominator? Yes, I have. Let me separate it, right, into 1 by cos x. Okay. Let us write everything separately. This will become limit x tends to 0 sin ax by x into 1 by limit x tends to 0 cos x. Okay. Now tell me, do I have the formula of sin ax by x? We don't have, right? If I multiply a to numerator and denominator, can I get it? Yes, we can, right? Let us do that. Let us take this a outside. This will become limit x tends to 0 sin ax by ax into limit x tends to 0 cos x. Now tell me, limit x tends to 0 sin ax by x, that is 1. You can write as x tends to 0, ax also tends to 0, therefore this whole value becomes as 1, that is a into 1 into what is the limit of cos x, right, 1, right, this is equal to a. Isn't it easy? Clear? Now let us move on to the next problem. Limit x tends to pi by 2 cos x by x minus pi by 2. How to do? If I substitute pi by 2 here, cos pi by 2 is 0, pi by 2 minus pi by 2 again 0, 0 by 0 again it is an indeterminate form, right? Then how to do? Just tell me. You should get idea of this, that is cos x can be written as sine of 90 minus theta, isn't it? That's what. Therefore, let us write this as sine of 90 minus theta by x minus pi by 2. In order to get the same thing, we can take a negative term common here, right? This means we can take minus common here. That is limit x tends to pi by 2 sine pi by 2 minus x. If I take minus common, this will become pi by 2 minus x into, let me keep a minus sign in front. Okay. Now tell me, as x tends to pi by 2, obviously x minus pi by 2 tends to 0. Okay. This means as x minus pi by 2, limit x minus pi by 2 tends to 0, sin pi by 2 minus x by pi minus 6, that is 1. Therefore, answer is minus 1. Isn't it easy again? Clear? What is that? You have to remember only the formula, that is sin x by x is 1 for this sums. And the next sum, limit x tends to 0 sin ax by sin bx. Let us write it separately. Limit x tends to 0 sin ax by limit x tends to 0 sin bx. What to do now? Do we have x here? We don't have, right? Can I divide x for the numerator and denominator? We can do it, right? Fine. Let us do limit x tends to 0 sin ax by x divided by limit x tends to 0 sin bx divided by x. Clear? Then what is left? Multiply and divide by a. Here, multiply and divide by b. Can we do? Yes. That is, if I multiply b, this will become, or a, by ax into a divided by limit x tends to 0 sin bx by bx into b. This is one term and this is one term. Now tell me, as x tends to 0, ax also tends to 0. As x tends to 0, bx also tends to 0. Then what is this value? This value will be 1. Therefore, 1 into a divided by 1 into b, that is equal to a by b. Is it right? Is it not easy? Fine. The only thing which we have to remember in this problem is limit x tends 0, sin x by x is 1 and limit x tends 0, cos x is also 1. Clear? Shall we do few more problems? Let's start. Now look into next questions. The question given here, it is limit x tends 0, sin of a plus bx minus sin of a minus bx by x. Hope you got the idea how to solve, right? Do we have any formula of sin of a plus b minus sin of a minus b? That is 2 cos a sin b, right? That is limit x tends to 0, 2 cos a sin bx divided by x. Isn't it? Just separate everything. 2 cos a is LCM. I mean, it is a constant term, right? The left is limit x tends to 0, sin bx by x. Isn't it? Again, here it is bx, here it is x. What to do? Multiply and divide by b. Hope you all got how to do it, right? Fine. That is 2 cos a into the whole value is 1 into b. Therefore, answer is 2b cos a. Clear? Now look at the next sum. Limit x tends to a tan of x minus a by x square minus a square. How to solve it? Do we have any formula in limit? Tan x by x, right? That is x minus a should be the term in the denominator also. That is tan x minus a by x square minus a square is nothing but x minus a into x plus a. Is it right? Just separate it. What do we get? Limit x tends to 0, tan of x minus a by x minus a into one term into 1 by limit x tends to 0, x plus a, that is x tends to a, right? Okay. Now just tell me the value of this. As x tends to a, x minus a also tends to 0. Therefore, the value of this is 1 into the value of this is a plus a, which is 1 by 2a. Is it right? Are these sums easy? Shall we move on to the next problem? Let's do. Let us do one more problem, that is he is asking us to compute limit x tends to a, x sin a minus a sin x by x minus a. In the last problem, we directly got the formula of sin of a plus b minus sin of a minus b. In this problem, how to do? Just check the question clearly. Here it is x sin a, here it is a sin x. One idea we can do is, let us add and subtract a term, that is x sin a. Let us add and subtract a sin a. Okay, let us add and subtract a sin a. Now let us take sin a common from these two terms. Can I take, right? Instead of this, let us take from these two terms. Why? I will tell you. Limit x tends to a. If I take sin a from these two terms as common, here x is left, here a is left. The next, if I take a common here, therefore that will become sin a minus sin x whole divided by x minus a. Is it okay? The next, what do we do? Let us separate LCM now. That will be sin a into x minus a by x minus a plus a into sin a minus sin x by x minus a. X minus a will get cancelled. Sin a is constant. Let us bring it outside. Plus limit x tends to a into sin a minus sin x by x minus a. Is it okay? Did you understand? That is, here it is sin a. Here sin c minus sin d formula, if you remember. What is it? That is sin a plus limit x tends to a into, what is the formula of sin c minus sin d? That is 2 cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2 divided by x minus a. isn't it? Just separate everything. A, 2 are again constants, right? Let us do it here. Sin A plus limit extends to A, 2A is left outside, cos of A plus x by 2, cos of A plus x by 2 into sin of A minus x by 2, let us write it as x minus A. Sin of A minus x by 2 divided by x minus A. Is it okay? What are the terms we have now? Here, however, a limit extends to a cos x is always 0, right? What about the next term? Sin of A minus x by 2. How to solve it? Can I take minus common here? I can write. Let us do everything now. That is sin A plus 2A is constant. The next limit extends to A, cos of A plus x by 2, let us write it separately and let us write the remaining term as separately. Limit extends to A, sin of A minus x by 2 divided by, here I have only x minus A. If I take minus common, that will become A minus x. Let me take minus common. Okay. And what is left? By 2 is also left, right? Let us multiply and divide by 2. Therefore, this will come in this term. Okay. What is left? Minus 1 by 2 is left. If you observe, this whole term will become 1. And here A plus A by 2, cos of A plus A by 2. That is cos of, as limit extends to A, whatever the cos term it is, or even if you substitute, this will become A plus A, that is 2A by 2, that is cos A. If I write, this will become sin A plus 2A into cos A plus A by 2 into, here this whole term is 1, here minus 1 divided by 2. Is it right? Did you understand? Now let us substitute everything. This will be sin A plus, here 2 got cancelled, here minus A cos 2A by 2 is cos A. Is it clear? Isn't it easy? Once again, let me tell you everything clearly. Limit extends to a x sin A minus A sin x by x minus A. How to solve it? Just I have added A sin A and minus A sin A. Okay. I have taken sin A common from these two terms, it becomes x minus A. Okay. And here A common, I get it as sin A minus sin x. And if I write sin x into x minus A by x minus A plus A into sin A minus sin x by x minus A. Here it is sin C minus sin D form. That is 2 cos C plus D by 2 sin C minus D by 2. Here, however, sin A is constant, I have written everything outside. And the next here 2 cos of A plus x by 2, the whole term, just I have substituted A instead of x, then I got it as cos A. Then here sin A minus x by 2 by x minus A. Since I don't have that, I have multiplied and divided with 2. I got sin x by x form, therefore that will be 1 and minus 1 is left, therefore I got the value of sin A minus A cos A. Is it clear? Shall we move on to the next problems? Fine. Let us see one more problem here, that is he is asking us to compute the value of limit x tends to 0 cos Ax minus cos Bx by x square. How to do? Do I have any formula? We can directly write it as cos C minus cos D, right? Now see here, that is limit x tends to 0 cos C minus cos D is minus 2 sin C plus D by 2 sin C minus D by 2 whole divided by x square, right? Now just tell me, hope you can understand what is the meaning of this x square, that is we can separate the x for both the terms. That's it. Minus 2 limit x tends to 0 sin of Ax plus Bx divided by 2 whole divided by x into limit x tends to 0 sin of Ax minus Bx divided by 2 whole divided by x, right? Now tell me, minus 2 limit x tends to 0, can I take x common here? I can take, right? This will become sin of A plus B by 2 into x divided by x. Okay. And the next limit x tends to 0 sin a minus b by 2 into x whole divided by x. Now just tell me, how do I get this whole term as 1? We don't have this a plus b by 2. Now I have to multiply this a plus b by 2 for this x term. Okay, let us do that. That will be minus 2 limit x tends to 0 sin a plus b by 2 into x divided by, let us multiply and divide with a plus b by 2. Okay, fine. And the next is limit x tends to 0 sin a minus b by 2 into x divided by a minus b by 2 into x into a minus b by 2. Is it right? Now just tell me, what is the value of this and what is the value of this? As limit x tends to 0, a plus b by 2 into x also tends to 0, right? Therefore, this value becomes 1 and this also becomes 1. That's it. Let us write everything now. Minus 2 into 1 into, here it is a plus b by 2. A plus b by 2 into, here it is also 1, right? Into, what is left? A minus b by 2. That's it. 2 will get cancelled. Minus into a plus b into a minus b. Denominator it is 2. Now tell me, a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square by 2. That is equal to half into b square minus a square. Clear? Isn't it easy? The same question will be again repeating in this continuity questions. Shall we do once again? Let's see. Now see here, the question given here it is, he is asking us to compute limit x tends 0 cos ax minus cos bx by x square. Here the numerator is in the form of cos c minus cos d, that is minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. Here the x square is there. Let us substitute the x. Here 1x, for one more sign is 1x. We have x, it's right. We don't have a plus b by 2. Let us multiply and divide with a plus b by 2 for the first term and a minus b by 2 for the second term. This will become 1, this will become 1. I will be left with minus 2 into a plus b by 2 into a minus b by 2. 2 will get cancelled. I will get it as a square minus b square. Since negative term is there, it becomes b square minus a square. I have written this 2 as 1 by 2. Clear? Today we have mainly focused on sine terms and tan terms, right? In the next session, let us do more problems on exponential and algebraic, that is e power x and logarithms and e power x kind of problems. Okay, is it clear for today? Fine. Let us meet in the next session with more problems of limits. Thank you.